Jodie, how much of a sense of accomplishment do you have getting the degree this way, having to do it while you were a pro?
Yeah, it's definitely feels good. I mean, past 5 years I've been coming back, taking a couple classes each summer, and it's gratifying. I'm sure myself and my family will be happy to see me walk across stage.
What is your degree in?
Business marketing.
Did you ever doubt that you would do this, Jodie? A lot of guys say when they leave early that they're going to come back, and it's a tough road and you're busy. Did you ever doubt that you'd come to stay?
For me, no. I mean, once I get my mind set on something, I usually do it. 99% of the time. So when I left school early, I wasn't sure that I would leave early, but when I did, I made a commitment to myself and my family that I would do it, and it just feels good to have it done now, and it's finally done Saturday.
Would you encourage other players that are leaving early, like yourself, to come back and get a degree?
Yeah, definitely. One thing I don't do in basketball, but especially in life, is take things for granted. And you never know how long your career lasts, but once you have a degree, you can have it forever. So you can do a lot of stuff with my degree, and once I get done playing basketball, I'll be able to do that.
What's the toughest part of being in the NBA, coming back here in the summer and managing the class and preparing, because you were a free agent a couple years ago, now you have that again. What's the toughest part of managing all that?
For me, it's not tough. It's kind of therapy for me. Here it's quiet. Nobody really bothers you. If they bother you, it's in a good way. Picture, autographs, that's nothing. So LA is all about, glamour and glitz and glamour. So to get away from that, it's fun. So for me, it's not hard. Just come here and then focus for 4 weeks, and then live my life, go on vacation, do whatever I want to do. So I work out while I'm here. I see the coaches, see old friends and family. So for me, it's kind of therapy to get away and clear my mind.
Jodie, a lot of Kentucky fans at least look back at Cal's first team and think how that might have been different if you had been there. Have you ever let yourself think that at all?
I think about that too. I don't think we lost a game, in my opinion, but it would have been a fun team. Sometimes I think, what if I would have stayed? Would my life have been different here? But I feel like it was the best decision for myself. And they had a great team, and they've had great teams the past 5 years. I've kept up with them. I still keep in touch with the coaching staff. So, but I think for me personally, it was a good decision, and it's worked out well.
Jodie, I know you said during the season that you wanted to be in LA. I know that the coaching situation's in flux, some front office things. Where are you right now in terms of deciding what you're going to do with your future?
Right now, I'm trying not to think about it. It's still early. It's only May. So I'm not officially allowed to talk to anyone until July. So right now, just focusing on this last class and this degree, and I'll think about basketball in July, August, September, things like that. But I should be in a good situation. I had a pretty good year. Put myself in a good predicament for next year. So just have to make the best decision for myself.
Jodie, what was this past season like for you? It was your best individual season, but the team sort of struggled. What was it like for you going through that?
It's kind of bittersweet. Individually, I played well, but we had so many injuries and a lot of stuff going on that actually the past 2 years. This year was a lot of injuries. Last year was a lot of drama going on within the team and a lot of media scrutiny and things like that. But I grew up a lot in these last 2 years. Knowing what to do, what not to do, playing with, future Hall of Famers. So it's been a fun 2 years for me just to kind of learn the ins and outs of the NBA and growing up a lot. And then this year was fun for me because I got a chance to expand my game.
What advice do you have for James Young, Julius Randle, who will be going through the NBA Combine and working out for them?
I'm sure those guys will do fine. They're very talented. I watched them play a lot this year. So my advice would be just to, not take anything for granted. I'm sure there'll be, lottery picks and go to a team where they can, play their game. But, the NBA is a league where, your opportunity doesn't last the whole time there. So when you have a good opportunity, take advantage of it, because there's always somebody there trying to take your job from you. So when you have an opportunity, make the most of it and don't look back.
How many people in class recognize you off the bat? Or does it take a minute sometimes?
No, they usually recognize me right off the bat. They look at me like, what am I doing here? So I just look at them the same way. But no, it's always fun. It's always fun seeing people's reactions. And, I'm a regular person just like them. So when I'm trying to get my degree, I just ask them, what are you doing here? I'm doing the same thing. So it's fun.
Did you say you've been coming back for 5 years? You've been doing summer school for the past 5 years?
Since this is my 5th summer. So 2010 was my first summer coming back, and it's my last summer. So
you're going to take classes this summer, but you're going to walk.
Yep.
You're going to walk this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Video just came out of you kickboxing, boxing a little bit.
Oh, Lord.
Something you were training, working on in the next future?
Yeah, you know what? I actually did that for the commercial, specifically for the commercial. But now I'm going to be doing that in the summertime before I actually start working with basketball. I got introduced to it a couple weeks before that, and the guy said it was a good way to stay in shape when you're not playing basketball. So I'm gonna try it out this summer, see how it goes, but nothing too heavy. I'm not gonna be Roy Jones or anything. So.
Have you had a chance to talk with any of the guys that are staying here and give them any advice?
I haven't yet. I'm not sure if they're still on campus, but I thought it was a good decision for the guys that stayed. The NBA is not going anywhere, and they still have some time to develop on a really good team. So I thought it was a good decision, and next year I'm sure they'll have a tough decision to make again. So looking forward to seeing the team play this year.
Jodie, watching from afar, what was that run like watching as somebody who'd been here, what they did in March?
Yeah, I was happy. In our locker room in the NBA, we always have competitive pools and stuff like that, so I was a little nervous before it started. And then when they made that run, I was the last man standing, so I was happy.
How much of that, Cal talks about this some, but how much talk is there among guys just trash talking about where you went to school, and especially in tournament time?
Yeah, guys wear, hats, hoodies, shirts all the time. So 2012, I got to wear my championship shirt, and this year I was hoping I would. But, no, they had a good run. I was happy for them. Came up a little short, but, UConn was just a veteran team that clicked at the right time, and but they had a good run. They were very young, too, so hopefully next year they can get it done.
You didn't play for Cal, obviously, but how supportive has he been and involved with you coming back here in the summertime, pursuing your degree, but also just being on campus?
Yeah, I see him when I'm back. He always tells me that he's happy for me, and that my decision, worked out. He tells me he wish he could have coached me, but he's happy for me, and I'm just happy for him. He's had this is 5th or 6th year coming in, 6th year. So every year he's had a team to where they're very talented and go a long way in the tournament. So it's come a long way from Billy Gillespie days. So don't quote that.
Jodie, is your family coming up? I mean, you have people here Saturday watching the ceremony?
Yeah, they'll be here tomorrow night. So they'll get in and take them to a couple of restaurants or something that I like going to, maybe. Maybe watch some basketball games. But no, they're happy for me too. So friends and family coming up, get a good time to spend some time with them.
Jodie, when you scored 42 earlier this year, how did that compare to your game in Kentucky against Tennessee, and what was that feeling like?
Yeah, it felt the same. Seems like when you just shoot it, the ball's going in. So I was happy that I did it against a good team like the Thunder, and we won. That was the most important thing. I think I told you guys when I had that 54, I was glad we won then too. So it felt about the same. And once you get in those kinds of zones, it's fun to see your teammates getting happy. You yourself, you're trying to just stay calm so you can shoot without getting too excited. But it's a good feeling.
Coming back this summer, you gonna have your camp that you usually have as well?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'll probably have it in July. I'm not sure the exact dates yet. But I like working with kids. I like helping out. So probably within the next week or two, I'll figure out what dates and stuff and let you guys know.
Jodie, what was your reaction when you heard the rumors of Cal going to LA?
I was excited maybe that he can coach me, but if I was him, I wouldn't leave here. You know, it's a great place to coach and play. He hasn't made here, you know, so that'll be up to him. But I wouldn't go anywhere. But I was excited to hear that, but you never know what happened.
And Jodie, as the years go by, do you have a better appreciation now for this place?
Well, yeah, I never took it for granted when I was here, but you know, every place I go, you know, people look at me, and now the Lakers, but when I was in Philly and Milwaukee, it's like Kentucky fans everywhere, no matter where I go. I went to China, it was Kentucky fans, so I was like, man, it's crazy. So the fans here and around the world are great, and they know their basketball.
Will their coaching search have anything to do with whether you go back to the Lakers?
I don't think it'll have a big effect. You know, I feel like I can play for anybody. It'll be interesting to see, you know, who they pick. Hopefully as soon, so that way, you know, just everybody knows. But we still only have 3 players under contract for next year, so the draft will have some effect. Obviously, the coach a little bit, but I think, you know, other teams, what they have to offer and the situation that I'll be put in, is just, it's a lot of things to put in effect. So, you know, in May it's hard to say.
Anything else for Jodie?
Is that it?
Thank you so much for coming out.
Thanks, guys.